Does cryptocurrency have any real value? I want to focus on that word real, and right up front, no. There is no real value in crypto, and that includes any cryptocurrency, Ethereum, Bitcoin, any of those big ones. Before you start typing in the comment section and trolling and getting all upset, just hear me out, hear what I mean, because sorry, but there's no way that you can refute what I'm about to say. So let's pretend for simplicity's sake that there are two people in the world. Two people. Let's say that one of them has this. They have one of these. And let's say that the other person does not believe that there's any value here. There's no value in that gun and bullet, right? That is their idea. They want to break into my house because there is no value in that gun and bullet. Does that now mean that I cannot defend myself from them breaking in? Well, of course not, right? That sounds very silly. Why does that sound very silly? Because you understand that, well, just because the other person may not believe that there is value here does not mean that there is no value. It does not mean that this thing does not work, that this thing cannot provide protection, right? You understand that. Let's say land. Two people. One person's got land. Somebody else says, nah, that land has no value. Does that therefore mean that the other person cannot grow a garden on that land, is not standing on that land? Well, right, that's really stupid again, because no, of course not. Just because somebody else does not believe in the value of a piece of dirt does not mean that that piece of dirt does not exist. It does not mean that that piece of dirt does not give any sort of real tangible value. So I think you see where I'm going with this. But let's do this again. Two people. I have a Bitcoin. I have a cryptocurrency of your choice. The other person does not believe that there is any value in that cryptocurrency. What does that mean about the cryptocurrency? It is quite literally worthless because there is nothing I can do about it. In other words, the only way that my cryptocurrency has value is if the other person believes that it has value. If they don't believe in it, then there's nothing I can do with it. It is completely worthless. Now you expand this out and I can do the same thing. I can go exaggerating to the other direction. Once again, let's say there's not a single person in the world that believes this has value. Does that mean that this does not have any value? No, it definitely still has value. In other words, there's real value. There's an intrinsic value to it, meaning it does not depend on other people's belief. Again, let's say that not a single person in the whole world believes in a certain cryptocurrency. What does that do to that cryptocurrency? It literally makes it worthless because in many ways, it's just a figment of people's imaginations. It's digital code that just kind of is out there. But again, if nobody else sees value in your cryptocurrency, then there is no value there at all. So does cryptocurrency have any real value? No, it doesn't. Now, it does have value in the fact that other people believe that it has value, but for my investing strategy, for my wealth preservation strategies, I prefer those real assets, meaning I prefer to store my money in things. I prefer to acquire things that have value, regardless of whether or not you have trust in them, whether or not you have a belief in them. With all that also being said, does this mean that you shouldn't invest in cryptocurrency, that you shouldn't invest in stocks, invest in currencies? I'm not saying that at all. Diversify. All I'm saying is don't be like some of these people that I come across way more than I should, where they have, and I'm not going to say all in because that would be an exaggeration on my part, but they're heavily in a crypto, something that does not have real value. And that does include stocks. Now, stocks are a little different because stocks are represented, I'll just make one up. So let's say a company that is involved in food, right? You do need food. Food is a very tangible thing that people need, and if you don't believe in food, well, you'll just die of starvation. So food is there. I don't need to say anymore. So a company that specializes in food, okay, there's a little bit more of a physical, tangible asset there, but also, to be fair, a stock that is still, at the end of the day, just a piece of paper. So it would still not meet the definition of quote unquote real as I defined earlier. But my point here is this: don't go all in, don't go heavily into some cryptocurrency or something that doesn't have any sort of true real value. Real assets, that's why they're called that, because they are real, they are valuable, regardless of whether or not you think there's any value to them. So keep that in mind And if I can just open your eyes up, just get you to consider things a little bit, that's what I mean when I say I don't like cryptocurrency. I just don't like it because I have a preference. I prefer real assets as opposed to something such as crypto, which truly is 100% dependent on whether or not other people believe that there is value there. I want stuff like this. Whether or not you believe there's any value here does not mean that I can't use this thing to protect my family, does not mean I can't use it. I wouldn't want to hunt a deer with it. But, you know, if you had a rifle, then yeah, whether or not you believe in that rifle does not mean that I can't go shoot a deer to feed my family. It's not dependent on your belief. So hopefully this helps. Hopefully this opens your eyes. I'm sure I'm going to get all sorts of arguments. And I know I sometimes you just can't get through things, but I'm going to also do another video about why crypto people they want to fight about things, but I'll do that for another video. But yes, does crypto have any real value? It does not. First off, thanks so much for watching the entire video. Real quick, before you go, I want to invite you to a live webinar, web class, training, workshop, online event, whatever you want to call it, but it will be me live revealing to you what I've discovered that has allowed me to transform myself from being an employee to being my own boss, including how I had only one losing day out of 73 days in total. I'm going to cover 3 keys that have helped me unlock profitable consistency within the markets. The first key is super weird, but in a productive type of way. The second key is super awesome because it quite literally is wired into our DNA as humans, making it very easy to use. But in a cruel way, this becomes a pitfall for many traders. I'll explain it all though, including how to avoid the pitfall that it creates for some. And yeah, the third key, when you hear it, sounds way too good to be true, but it's not, and I'll show you how it all works. Then at the end, I open it up for a question and answer session that is, again, totally live. Even if you can't make the live session, please still sign up as it will be recorded, and you can go back and watch the replay that I will send you. Click the image on the screen or click the link down in the description box so you can get the date and time and claim your spot, which I should note is limited due to the fact that this truly is a live event. If you have any questions, let me know. If not, I'll be seeing you soon.